Halloween night. Everyone's out trick-or-treating. The air smells of caramel corn and dry leaves. But sometimes the things you think are just stories are very real. I'm going to tell you about a night that changed the lives of 4 friends forever. It happened in a small town in Ohio, not far from the city, where everyone knew each other or thought they did. It all started with a dare. There's an old farmhouse at the end of Lantern Road. No one had lived there for decades. Windows boarded up, paint peeling, porch sagging like it was about to collapse. But every Halloween, someone swore they saw a lantern swinging gently from the porch, even though the place had been empty for years. My friends Jake, Mara, Liam, and I decided to check it out. We thought it would be fun, harmless. A story to tell at school Monday. We laughed as we walked up the gravel driveway, crunching leaves under our feet. But there was something off. The air felt colder than it should have been. The wind wasn't just rustling leaves. It felt like it was pushing us back. Jake, always the bravest, was the first to step onto the porch. "I'll go in first," he said, flashlight cutting through the darkness. We followed reluctantly. The door creaked open with a sound that made all of us freeze. The floorboards groaned under every step. Dust hung in the air, thick enough to taste. Cobwebs clung to the corners of the ceiling. We made it to the living room. That's when we saw it, the lantern. It wasn't swinging from the porch. It was hanging from a ceiling in the center of the room. And the strange part? It was lit. Mara whispered, "That's impossible. There's no electricity here." I felt a chill crawl on my spine. Then Liam laughed nervously. "It's just some dumb Halloween prank, right?" I wanted to believe him. I really did. Then the lantern moved. Slowly at first, then faster. Swinging from side to side. And as it swung, the shadows it cast, they didn't match the shapes in the room. They were too long, too thin. Jake stepped closer, reaching out to touch it, and suddenly the lantern swung toward him, almost like it had a mind of its own. "Jake!" Mara screamed. He stumbled back, tripping over a chair. But the lantern didn't stop. It floated in the air, moving as if guided by something invisible. We panicked. Mara grabbed my arm. "We need to leave. Now." But Jake, he was gone. We called his name. Nothing. Not even an echo. Just that damn lantern, swinging back and forth, lighting the room with a dim, flickering glow. Then we heard it, a slow, deliberate footstep coming from upstairs. Nobody had moved upstairs. And the lantern? It floated up toward the stairs, like it was leading someone or following someone. I grabbed Mara. "We're leaving," I said. But when I turned back, the stairway was empty. Jake was gone. We ran, straight out the door, stumbling over the porch. Our hearts were hammering, lungs burning. We didn't stop until we reached the main road. The town was quiet, as if Halloween itself had stopped breathing. The next morning, the police found no sign of Jake. No footprints, no struggle, nothing. Just the lantern, sitting on the porch of the abandoned farmhouse, swinging slowly, as if nothing had happened. We never went back. We tried to forget. Halloween came and went every year, but the memory never left. And sometimes, late at night, when the wind is just right, I swear I can see it. The lantern swinging gently from the ceiling, waiting, watching, because some things aren't meant to be found. So, if you're ever walking down a quiet street on Halloween night, and you see an old house at the end of a road, and a lantern swinging in the window, don't go inside. Some dares are meant to be left alone. Halloween isn't just about candy and costumes. Sometimes it's about what's waiting for you in the shadows. This story happened just outside a small town in Pennsylvania, a town that celebrated Halloween like no other. But what my friends and I found changed Halloween forever. It started with a local legend. Every Halloween, there's a man who wanders the pumpkin patch. People called him the Pumpkin Patch Man. No one knew his name. Some said he was harmless. Others said he took people. We didn't believe it. "Come on," Mark said, "it's just some guy in a mask, scaring kids for fun." But the more we walked into the field, the colder it felt. And the farther in we went, the fewer pumpkins we saw, like the patch was getting emptier, not because of harvesting, but because something was hiding. We found the first pumpkin we wanted to take. It was huge, perfect for carving. As Lily lifted it, a shadow flickered in the corner of her eye. "Mark, did you see that?" He shrugged. "Probably just a scarecrow." But it wasn't a scarecrow. A man stepped out from between the cornstalks. Tall, thin, wearing a tattered cloak, his face hidden under a hood, and in his hands a pumpkin. Not carved, not ordinary, but glowing faintly from the inside. He didn't speak, just watched us. "Ooh-ee," Lily said nervously. He slowly raised his free hand, pointing toward the edge of the patch. Not aggressively, just pointing. Then he took a step back and disappeared into the fog. We laughed it off. Creepy, but probably just someone messing with us. We stayed a little longer, trying to find more pumpkins. But that's when the whispers started. Lily froze. "Mark, do you hear that?" I did. Faint at first, then louder. A chorus of voices, all saying the same thing. We tried to leave, but the pumpkin patch, it wasn't the same. The rows seemed endless. We could no longer see the entrance. Mark started panicking. "We were just over there," he yelled, pointing. But every direction looked the same. And then we saw them. Pumpkins. Hundreds of pumpkins. And inside each one, a tiny flicker of movement. Shadows twisting like something trapped inside. We ran through the corn stalks, trying to find the way out. The whispers grew louder. Then laughter. Not human laughter. High-pitched, echoing, coming from everywhere. He appeared again, the hooded figure, standing between us and the only open path. "Run!" Mark shouted, but the man didn't move. Just raised the glowing pumpkin above his head. The light shot up in a beam, blinding us. When our eyes cleared, the fog had thickened, and we were separated. Lily screamed. I turned to run toward her, but it was too late. The pumpkin patch man had taken her, pulled her into the fog. I don't know how long I ran. Minutes? Hours? Time felt wrong. Finally, I stumbled out of the patch, alone, covered in mud and leaves. The next morning, the police searched the pumpkin patch. No trace of Lily, just pumpkins. Hundreds of them. Some carved, some glowing faintly like lanterns. The townspeople whispered the legend again, like it had never ended. Some said she was lucky, taken but alive. Others said she was gone forever. I never went back. And every Halloween, when the fog rolls over the pumpkin fields, I think of her and of the man in the hood. If you ever find yourself in a pumpkin patch on Halloween, and a man in a hood is standing among the gourds, do exactly what my friends and I should have done. Because some Halloween legends are real. Like surviving this nightmare? Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you dare. More terrifying true stories are waiting, and you don't want to be left alone in the dark.